Alright, hey everybody, welcome to another episode of TEWX World Global 1987. We're back with some GCW. And we're here on the Monday, January 20th episode of Fuel 101. We're back to the 2-hour format, and we're opening the show with the Syndicate cutting a promo, Jesse Ventura, The Rock, Ken Shamrock, and The Big Show. And Mankind, the new GCW champion, comes out, and it's announced that Rock will face off against Mankind in a rematch this Sunday at Championship Wrestling 180. For the GCW Championship, with the stipulation that everyone is banned from ringside. If they show up, Syndicate, any other member of the roster, they are immediately terminated. So we're not going to have any interference this Sunday. It's going to be Mankind versus The Rock, straight down the middle. Alright. We've got Hardcore Championship match on the line. Next, Farouk gets a victory over Joseph in 355 with the Dominator. And afterwards, the interns, Joseph, Meat, Otto, and Robert, beat down Farouk. And, that's it. 33. BPI is cutting a promo next. Dean, Eddie, Lance, Kojima, and Teddy Long. Chris Benoit has been ousted from the group, and Eddie Guerrero has taken his place. And Booker T comes out, and he challenges Eddie for the Intercontinental Championship. And Eddie agrees to face him if he beats Lance Storm tonight. So if Booker can beat Storm in the main event tonight, then he can face Eddie this Sunday. We've got a tag team match, high spots match. Billy Kidman and Chavo defeat the LWO. This was supposed to be Billy Kidman and Rey Mysterio, starting to work them as a team, but unfortunately Rey's injured at the moment, so I subbed him out for Chavo just for this match. And they get the victory over the LWO, Juventud, and Aguilla. And Juventud is getting up there. 71. Billy Kidman also gets an opportunity at the Cruiserweight Championship this Sunday against Dean Malenko, a rematch. Next up, we've got DX cutting a promo. Triple H, Road Dogg, and Billy Gunn, and Commissioner Shawn Michaels comes out, and he announces that the New Age Outlaws, Billy Gunn and Road Dogg, will be facing DDP and Brian Pillman for the Tag Team Championships next week on Fuel. They can't do it on pay-per-view because at Championship Wrestling, Pillman faces The Undertaker. Kanyon versus Dustin Rhodes is up next. Kanyon gets a victory, an upset victory over Dustin Rhodes after interference from Raven, and he gets an 86. Great match here between two very, I'd say, undervalued in-ring performers in their time, especially Kanyon. So it gets an 86. Stevie Ray, the TV champion, is talking to Shawn Michaels backstage, and he's complaining because he doesn't have a match scheduled for this pay-per-view, but Shawn says, don't worry, you're going to have a match. You're going to defend the television championship against Perry Saturn in a rematch. So 78. Pillman and The Undertaker have their back and forth. They're facing off this Sunday for the number one contendership to the World Championship. And our main event, why the hell was Mike Bell road agent? I hired him to be a jobber on Saturday Night's Wrestling. Why is he... Booker T gets the victory. 78. And, yeah. Okay, no popularity loss. I'll take it. You know what? Even though for some reason Mike Bell was road agent, I don't understand how that happened. I don't even understand why he's a road agent. He won't be working for us again, I can tell you that. And it looks like we got a new page for Rival Pro. So let's go book that episode. Again, since I'm showing the pay-per-view... Yeah. Since I'm showing the pay-per-view... results, I'm probably not going to show the booking process for Rival Pro, so we're just going to go in there and just going to show you the results. So we'll be right back with that in just a moment. Alright, we're here, Rival Pro, number 20. We're starting off with Shane Douglas cutting a promo and Taz coming out, and these two will be facing off for the Rival Pro Heavyweight Championship at Rival Pro Anarchy, which will be on February 1st, Saturday. It'll be the next week Saturday. So, 69, good. Jerry Lynn gets a victory over Baron Von Buchanan, and afterwards, Johnny Ace comes out and beats down Jerry Lynn. Mark Henry and Val Venus are at the bar, and Val Venus is teaching Mark Henry how to pick up girls. Nova gets a victory over Christian Cage by DQ. Afterwards, Christian and Edge beat down Nova, and Steven Richards gets a 44. And then we end the show with Shane Douglas getting a victory over Disco Inferno in 12:48. And it's not too bad. No complaints for that show. That was very good, actually. Even grew our popularity in the Tri-State, which we haven't done for Rival Pro in a while. But that's going to be it for Rival Pro. We're done with Fuel. We've got one more show left to see. We've got one more show to check out, and it's Championship Wrestling 180. And if I remember the name correctly, let me see. It's Until It Sleeps, based on the Metallica song. So we'll be right back with that in just a moment. All right, we are here, ladies and gentlemen, at the Palace of Auburn Hills in the Great Lakes. We present GCW Championship Wrestling 180 Until It Sleeps. We have two pre-show matches. Chris Jericho versus Kaz Hayashi is our first one. This is our high spots match, and Chris Jericho defeats Kaz Hayashi in 6:06 with the Lion Salt, and it gets a 70. Trios championships on the line. Nation of Domination, Kama, D'Lo, and Ahmed defeat Eddie Von Hammer, and the Hardys, just made up tag team, just needed 3 guys to job to the Nation, and Kama pins Jeff with the Scoop Power Slam. And Jeff and D'Lo were the highlights of this match, so good to see. Alright, let's get to the actual show. Jim Ross, Joey Styles, and Kevin Nash open the show, and they throw to Jesse the Body Ventura, GCW owner, in the ring, leader of Syndicate. He says that due to Steve Austin's interference, despite not being employed by GCW, he is suspended. Because of Steve Austin's interference, GCW has hired more security, which is present around the ring and will be present for all GCW matches going forward. So 80. And just announcing to the crowd why there's more security. Farouk gets a victory over the interns, Meat, Otto, and Joseph, when Farouk pinned Otto with the Dominator. And the match was designed to be a car crash match. This was our car crash match, obviously. And Farouk makes defense number 3 of the Hardcore title. Afterwards, the interns brawl with Farouk, and Al Snow ends up coming out to make the save and help Farouk fight off the interns. So 44. Cruiserweight Championship is up next. Dean Malenko retains against Billy Kidman with the Texas Cloverleaf. Makes defense number 2 of the Cruiserweight Championship. They have great chemistry. Always fun to see. And it gets a 91. Not as good as their Revolution match, but still a great match right here for the Cruiserweights. TV titles up next. Stevie Ray versus Perry Saturn. And Stevie Ray retains the championship with a slapjack following interference from Kama, D'Lo, and Ahmed. And Stevie Ray makes defense number 1 of the television championship, and it gets an 84. Next up is the Intercontinental Championship, Booker T versus Eddie Guerrero, and Booker T captures the Intercontinental Championship with a Harlem Hangover after Chris Benoit attacked Eddie, costing him the Intercontinental Championship. So we have a new Intercontinental Champion in Booker T, and this got an 88, so pretty good. Even though Booker's only a 65, hopefully he can build that up. And Eddie gets an 83. So, good match. Good match. Next up is the number 1 contender match between The Undertaker and Brian Pillman. The winner receiving a championship opportunity in the future. 99. The Undertaker defeats Brian Pillman with the Tombstone after Ken Shamrock and Big Show attacked Pillman. Undertaker is the number 1 contender for the GCW Championship. And speaking of the GCW Championship, it is on the line next. The Rock versus Mankind for the title. Rematch from last week. Rematch from last week when Mankind beat The Rock on Fuel. So let's see how it does. 88, The Rock defeats Mankind, illegally using the ropes for leverage. And The Rock is once again GCW Champion, so a short reign for Mankind. But this feud will continue. So 88. And we get an 87. So that's not too bad. We're going to tell The Undertaker and Brian Pillman, good job, of course. They're putting on stellar performances. We're going to tell Eddie, good job. And we're going to tell Dean, good job. Perfect. No injuries. $7 million. And our popularity grows in the Northwest, Puerto Rico, and in Hawaii, as well as Japan. And we've got a media scrum. We saw Jeff Hardy have an off night. Everyone has nights off. Meat was off his game. Everyone has nights off. Do you have any comments about The Rock winning the Young Wrestler of the Year award? We're gonna go full. We're gonna go full kayfabe here. I agree with the choice 100%. It seems like everyone agrees that Championship Wrestling was a successful show. I'm delighted that it went so well. What are your thoughts on your rivals? Eric Bischoff, the head booker of WCW. Do you study what he's doing? I think I'm a much better... Perfect. Your response didn't go well with Eric Bischoff. I don't give a shit. Things have been going well in the U.S. market, which is bullshit. We should be doing better. Alright, perfect. So hopefully that went well. But the pay-per-view went well. Got a good buy rate, I think. We're going to have to see how that did. And good matches. Undertaker and Pillman. And it's got 3.8 million viewers. Buy rate of 3.8 million. And rose in importance. It is now a highly regarded event. And the next one will be in April. And have I decided what I was going to name it yet? I don't know. If I do, I have it here written somewhere. Let me find it. Okay. So Championship Wrestling, the next one is Championship Wrestling 181. Our next event... No, this is in 97. I want to go. We are in January. So the next one is in April. So this is March Massacre. Resilience and Romance will be on the 25th. So we'll put on the 27th. So Championship Wrestling 181. And Until It Sleeps has been done. So let's do a Pantera song. There we go. And that was it for GCW this episode. Thank you guys for watching this episode. Make sure to like if you like this video, subscribe if you want more. And we have a new GCW champion, once again The Rock, and the Intercontinental champion is now Booker T. Alright, we'll see you guys in the next one. Goodbye.